G'day, welcome back to Duxzilla Gaming and Lone Oak Farm. Yes, we are back and we're going to get straight back into our farming and without causing any further delay. So what we're going to do first off in this episode, we're going to grab the Versatile, the lovely looking 610 with the Versatility seeder and planter, and we're going to go and plant a couple of fields. So let's just get in and do it. All right. So I didn't have a look in the cab in the last episode just after we bought this, so I'm going to have a quick look in the cab. Looks pretty good. I'm really starting to like the look of this mod. I like the look of these tractors. So and coupled with the Vetastat gear there, it looks really good. It's a good combination. All right. So we've got two fields to do, the two smaller fields right near the farm that we've just put lime on, and so they're the ones we're going to get going and seeding right now, and then we can head off and finish or start the harvest of our newest field, field 43. All right, so I'm going to unfold. We're going to do this all by hand. We're not going to use any helpers or anything else like that. Should be nice, quick and easy with a nice big powerful tractor like this, and we're just going to put it through its paces. All right, now what are we going to plant? I think soybeans. Oh, actually no, we've got soybeans on the big field, don't we? I think what we'll probably do is let's do some corn. Yeah. Right, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do some corn. So we'll just change the seed to corn. There we go. All right, now we're going to activate and we're going to lower and we're going to get on our way. All right, we'll see how well it goes, particularly with the hills. We'll see how powerful this Versatile is and whether he can do the job. But certainly at the moment, he's not looking as though he's going to have any hesitation at all with this seeding combination. In fact, I've had to take the foot off the accelerator to go around the corners because I think he's just going to power through the corners too quick. I'm not going to be able to actually make sure I cover all the land. So yeah, it looks like he's going to be quite a combination, this one. All right, let's go. Start heading up the hill, see if he falters at all. Lovely looking combination. Now the hills take a little bit out of him, but he's not doing too bad though. So I think we'll make both of these fields cornfields. That way we can just harvest them both at the same time and just deal with them together. I think that makes perfect sense. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Steady on. No, steady on. Over-exaggerated the steering return. That's what caused us to go like that. Look at this. 30 kilometers an hour seeding with this this combination without any hesitation whatsoever. Oh, a bit of a struggle above that little rise there. A bit deceiving, that rise, but no, he's doing okay. I do like this combo. Excellent. So I have to say thanks to Tate, one of our viewers, who commented about bringing the Versatile in, and I'm glad he did. I'm glad I went and found this Versatile and using this one. So excellent. Thank you very much, Tate. Right. That's one head row done. And now we'll probably just end up doing east-west runs, or north-south runs, I should say, just to finish off. In fact, what we can do is I think we might put the cruise control on. Okay, it doesn't like my cruise control button on the Stream Deck, so that's something we'll have to look at a little bit later. So we'll just get the foot to the floor and go with that way. Hope everyone's doing well. We're getting towards the end of the year now. We're the end of the year is nigh, but that also means by the time you're seeing this, we should be pretty much close to, if not already in, FS22 as well. So I've said on a couple of previous episodes, particularly probably the Pine Cove series, I think it was, that I'm not going to get a chance to do the preview of FS22 like I was planning on, to go through all the pre-release guff put out by Giants. May be a good thing, maybe a bad thing. I've read a lot of it, seen a lot of it, and I'm sure you have as well. So what we'll do is we'll just interrogate the game basically once it's released, and we will bring you the good, the bad, and the ugly. I will make sure that if there's anything good to report on the game, we'll report on it. If there's anything bad about the game, we'll definitely report on it. And we won't be frightened to take names, so to speak, because I think it's an important part of basically doing a YouTube channel and playing the games like this. Certainly that you provide that information to people that may still be not quite made the decision as to whether they're going to buy it or not. And I know there's a lot of people that are sort of not committing yet because of what happened with FS19, and I get that. I fully agree and understand that. I myself was going to be like that as well, and I thought I really have to bring it to the channel and the viewers and basically give them my opinion of what I think of it. I'm not a fanboy in any way, shape or form. I do enjoy the game, but I'm not a fanboy, and I won't gloss over any issues that are in the game on launch. And certainly if I do find any issues, or I hear of any issues and I can confirm that they are true, I will make sure you're well and truly made aware of them very early on. Hopefully Giants will at least have steering wheels working straight out of the box, unlike FS19 took a couple of patches to get the steering wheels working. I'm sure they're not going to make that error again. If they do, it'd be very embarrassing, but surely not. I'm thinking, and I would like to think, that it's going to be a nice smooth transition, much akin to the FS15 to FS17, where it was a fairly smooth transition, not too much in the way of problems, and in general was received well. And FS17 was a great game on launch, and hopefully FS22 will be receiving the same plaudits as we go. But I can understand a lot of people being reticent to dive straight in, because I certainly would be one of them as well. Certainly if I was looking at buying the game myself and wasn't sort of running a YouTube channel, I wouldn't be jumping straight in and pre-ordering it and getting it on game launch. I'd be waiting for a little while, watching to see what's going on. Basically watching the non, and I call them I call it fanboy. I'm just mean that those that, and it's not any slight on them. And I know a couple of the guys that I would refer to, I guess, as fanboys, but they're being paid by Giants to do things for Giants. They're not going to shoot themselves in the foot and basically come out and say that the product is shit or whatever else. They may sort of allude to some minor problems, but certainly, as we saw for FS19, there was no mention in the early releases of the problems that were happening prior to the release, and I found that disappointing myself. But anyway, we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, we'll give you the skinny, whether it be good or bad, in our own way. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. All right, almost finished the seeding for this field. Strong combination, as I expected, the Versatile and the Vetastat. So yeah, it's just chugging on through, not a problem. The next field will be a challenge. It's always a challenging field because it has such a variation in height, and it's actually quite a steep area around that corner, around to the back end of 42. So that'll test it out. But I think generally speaking, you're never really going to be going up and down the hill. You always would tend to be going across the hill more so than up and over, because that is the harder route, obviously, and you put more strain on the equipment and everything else, which you don't necessarily want to be doing unnecessarily. And here we go, last track for field 41. And it's powering up there nicely. All right, time to wet the whistle. Right. So we'll do a header row around field 42 just to see how it performs. There we go. That field done. Let's continue. Don't really have to stop at all. Just line ourselves up, lower in, and off we go. So we're going to go across the hill this way, then we'll go down. Then basically we'll be ensuring we don't have the highest gradient, or the steepest gradient, I should say more correctly. Driving up, we should be going down the steeper gradient and coming across and slowly transitioning in our height on the field. As we go past the lone oak, the namesake effectively of the farm. And once we've finished all this field here on our left-hand side is our next field that we're going to be harvesting. So we'll be getting into that one very, very soon. In fact, probably in this episode, hopefully. As long as there's no disasters between now and then. Okay. All right. Downhill run. Quite a sharp turn here. It's a bit deceiving. It's actually more than a 90-degree curvature. And then we end up following out through a fairly easy turn up to here where you got another 90-degree turn effectively. So it does lead in fairly shallow before we start heading up the gradient and round again. And this is where it starts to test. You can see we're doing 5Ks an hour, so it's testing out the power. I mean, there's a lot of weight in the back of that, obviously. What we'll do is get up and then start transitioning to the east-west run, and then it'll find it a lot easier. So the more we go side on, the better off we'll be performance-wise. There we go. And now we're effectively going on a downhill run again. So it'll be fairly smooth down through here. And certainly the plan would be going forward that when you're sort of certainly towing something like this big in the way of a seeder, you would make sure that you are doing east-west runs and just do the one header row possibly, and that would be, you wouldn't want to be putting it fine the other way. And I've just sort of turned it a bit too sharp there. Away from the fence posts. Oh, I just got caught, but just cut off it all right. Oh, steering too far in. Wheel's a bit loose. It's not quite giving me the return that I was expecting. And then the force feedback return to 0. But anyway, that's okay. And then a very tight turn here as we bump into the cedar and proceed back up the hill. All right. So the tractor works all right. I think it's quite a good mod. It's very striking. I do like the red, the yellow, and the black. It's quite a striking color combination. It does certainly look the part. Okay. Right, we'll lift there. We'll position ourselves for a east-west run. And continue on. Shouldn't have too much of an issue for the rest of it. The dog leg down here on the bottom of field 42 should be covered pretty much by this run down. So we should be okay. I am going to do a 360-degree turn up here, though, similar to what I just did then, turning off to the right, but I won't be ploughing. I won't have it in the ground, so it should make that turn relatively easy by comparison. So we start the turn, lift up the cedar. As you can see, he's got more than enough horsepower to deal with that quite readily. We'll then position ourselves for the downhill run, lower the cedar, the drill, and then we come down here and finalise this area. So a little bit to do when we come back on a return. And again, we'll raise. Get that little section in there done. Right. Now, where we would have been struggling to come up here with the drill in, we don't struggle quite as much because we're not got the drill. Well, actually, I say that we are struggling just as much. What we'll do is we'll come out to the side and lessen the slope a little bit. Hope we don't wipe out too much of the crop. It came up a bit too far, so anyway, that'll be all right. And then realign again. And off we go. Easy peasy, he says. All right. So I got these two fields fertilised. I think that's all the fields. Oh, I think no. Yeah, no, we sold that one back, didn't we? I think that's all the fields we've got to deal with, apart from starting the harvest on the other field, field 43. I think this is the last of the fields we need to actually prep or sow. So we're progressing nicely. And like I said, we don't know how long this series will last once we get into FS22. This will probably be the first series to be retired, so to speak. Purely from the fact that we've got Ningen and Pine Cove. Well, went a bit too fast with there. And they've been around for a little bit longer, so I'm probably more likely to continue those to completion, more so than this one that we just basically started. But we may keep this one. We'll keep it going. We won't sort of delete it and get rid of it, but we may sort of come back to it here and there, like just as a bit of a special treat, so to speak. All right, we'll just do that little bit there, a little bit to do over here. Don't think we've got any more down the corner to do. We covered that, so it's only this little speck here. So we'll do that. And then we'll turn, and hopefully we'll have momentum enough to assist us just to get that turn done relatively quick and easy. There you go. Momentum was our friend there. Gravity and momentum. Just enough impetus to sort of keep it running around at a decent speed, and then started going downhill again, so gravity started to pull us around, so made it a bit easier. All right, and down we go again. Only a little bit left to do, but he's done a good job. So I think this tractor and seed combination will be a bit of a keeper for this series, and will probably be replicated on other series in the future as well, possibly. Certainly depending upon how we go with FS22. And if FS22 is a bit of a dog, and we need to wait for a couple of patches, then obviously you'll get to see a lot more of Lone Oak and of the Versatile and Vatistat seeders. All right, last main run, then we'll go up and do that little bit we've just missed up the top, and then that's it. We're done again. 2 fields of corn planted, ready to go. Just a little patchy. We've probably got to left it, to be honest, but we'll do the right thing. And there we go. All right, begin folding. And there we go. Job done. Excellent. Now, I think the next test will be to do the same fields next time through and use the new John Deere we bought, the Australian version of it, and just see how that copes by comparison. But I don't see it doing it much better than what this thing did it. But, I mean, who knows? All right, we'll bring this in. Didn't use much in the way of seed and fertilizer, so that's okay. I think we'll just take this straight in under the shed and park it, because I don't think we... Well, in fact, before we do that, let's just double check to make sure there's nothing else we need to prep field-wise. So as you can see, we've just planted our corn, and they're now growing. Field 43 is ready to harvest. 41 and 42 are growing. Field 49 is growing. Our main big field is growing, and there are no other... I'm pretty sure we sold off all the other fields we had. There shouldn't be any other surprise parcels of land. Nope. So that's it. So now we've just got to hurry up and wait for these fields to come in, but we can get the harvest done on field 43. So that's what we'll do. So this guy can go away. We can put him away, and we'll try and do it without running into anything and damaging anything this time. We won't charge in like a china shop. Get clearance from the other drill and from the Kenworth. It was a more successful parking effort that time. Okay, so I think we'll disconnect. We'll take the Versatile back. We will actually clean it off. Being a nice new tractor, we don't want to attract rust in that straight away. Keep it nice and clean, shiny, and then we'll go put in the shed. And then we'll get one of the combines out. Okay, we'll jump out, leave the engine running. Quickly just grab the carter out. Give it a good wash. Yeah, it's a nice looking tractor actually. I don't mind the look of that. Like I said, it's a shame that the previous mods that I'd used of Versatile and tested out just weren't up to scratch, but this one certainly looks to be a good enough quality to use, that's for sure. I will actually get the name of the modders. I know Carl Farms helped with this one, but I'll get the names of the modders probably for the next episode, so you know which mod it is to look out for. I think it is... Was it on the recent... I think it's on the new mods currently sort of thing. So you may be able to find it there in the in-game mod hub. It is a mod from the in-game mod hub, so you don't have to go searching any of those other horrible websites. All right, done like a dinner. Right, combine time. Right, now we sold off one of our combines, and we actually sold off number 1 combine, but that's okay. We'll just take whatever we've got, and that happens to be this one here. So number 2, actually, what are we harvesting? Let's have a look. I want to make sure I'm not... It was wheat, wasn't it? Yes. Okay. Don't want to take over the draper header when I need the corn header. So, all right, we'll jump in the cab for this trip, and we'll head on over. We'll get him started on a courseplay course, and then we'll take over a loading wagon and a trailer, truck and trailer. Well, then again, we could just leave it to auto load. What are we looking at? I might do that. I might just set this up on a course to auto offload, and I'll take one of the semi-trailers over there and have them offload into that. So I think that's what we'll do. All right, up past the lone oak. We've just gone in between the 2 fields we just seeded, so this is going to have corn on it very soon. And let's get down here over the top of the hill, and then we can get cracking with this new field we bought, field 43. All right, here we are. So we'll disconnect. Well, come on, do that. I'll press that button instead. Okay, now we're going to unfold the combine. We'll just go onto the field for a second. Ourselves up, which we didn't do a very good job of because the header's slowly rolling down the hill. It keeps on rolling down the hill just as I go to. Right, got it that time. We'll fold up the header. Okie day. Let's activate. And we'll just take a little bit out of the corner here. The reasons being that we will now reverse up, set up our course. Okay, so here we go. Course generation, build 43. Around, we'll do a single headland. Field center up, down. 13.5. That should be fine. Throughout the course, have a look. That seems to be okay. I'm going to go back here. We're going to stop during unloading. Yep, that's okay. We're going to leave that all as it is. This is going to be the loading position. There, that's okay. Advanced settings. Combine self unload activated. Always unfold pipe activated. Yep. Okay, that should be okay. There we go. And we're just going to back up a little bit. First waypoint. And drive course. And away he goes. Right, now we need to get a truck and get over there and get ready for him to offload. And there we go. Again, we'll go in cab for this trip. Won't take as long with the speed this thing will do. Up the hill towards the Lone Oak. And then that will be it for this episode. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you're enjoying the series. We're actually having some fun and enjoying it, even if we are doing John Deere, and I'm joking with that. I will admit that it is nice to have something different to play with at the moment. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of JD, but a lot of it is just tongue-in-cheek for the channel, obviously, and I think most of you know that by now. What we'll do is we're going to pull this guy in close to the field, and hopefully the combine will do the work without hitting him, and we should be good to go. But yes, so if you are enjoying the channel and you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. And if you do press that subscribe button, make sure you press that alarm notification icon as well to make sure you're made aware of when new videos are available on the channel. Don't forget to join us on Twitch, Twitter, Discord, and Facebook. Details are down below. And most importantly, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and we'll see you again very, very soon back here on Lone Oak Farm and Duck Sorley Gaming. See you all later. Bye.